Welcome to my channel. Topic for today is you know that all the manual, guideline, policy are not written to protect the citizens. Somehow it's written for the business or government agency. And think about it. That ain't your legislator, your commissioner, the elected official you vote into office job. Their job is to protect your interests first. Before we get started, a little disclaimer here. If you've been watching my channel, well, the first thing we do in Corruption Czar Network, we take out our support, defend, and protect the U.S. Constitution first. Somehow our elected officials, they don't protect your interests. Their job is like your attorney, look out for your interests. That's what they elected for. Remember, the government and businesses go and cheat and lie, try to rip you off. And that's why we got representatives to do that for us, to look out for our interests. And guess what? They're not doing their job, because I'll be filing ethics complaint against every one of them who enforced the voter on the red light camera program and other unethical practices. And part of their oath is this, people. You know what that is? It's to, when you take the oath, I will support, defend, and protect the U.S. Constitution. I mean proper legal procedure, to proper due process. Somehow your legislators, when they write laws, a bill, say on it, they circumvent proper legal procedure, civil procedure. That means you have to be served the court. Okay? Send you a letter and you don't respond and they're trying to say, oh, your assumption of guilt. That's not how that works. Your legislator, your politician caught that. They didn't. And right here, basically, this is the guideline book for federal lawsuits. And on the very second page, what they tell you. They tell you that ignorant of the law is no excuse. You're responsible for all governor for proper civil procedure, criminal procedure. Okay, and that's what they bypass. You know, that's not the legislative job or commissioner's job to circumvent proper procedure. Other problem we have is, like I said, since your legislator, your politician, commission don't look out for your interest, then they violate your Sixth Amendment right, proper defense. Remember, they think to look out for you. They ain't not. They protect the government or the business partner. That's not their job. In the driver manual handbook to get your driver license, when government businesses write their program, they circumvent the guidelines. Because they tell you what a right-hand turn is, a yellow light should be. Okay? In the red light camera program, they change the definition. Remember, camera for profit, they got a different definition what a right-hand turn should be, or yellow light should be. They don't match up with this, uniform traffic law. So when I go to court, I'm going to beat them. Okay? I won court rulings. So guess what? That means that they can pay back all the money and pay damages. That's what I'm working on right now. Here you go. I transferred over right here, and just enrichment they call it. The other thing they don't get right is the public information request, privacy, Florida Sunshine Law for public information. They've been blocking us from that, so we gotta fix that. See, if I send my complaint, even with the Florida Department of Motor Vehicle, they were forced to inform the 48 city, do not issue ticket and red anymore. Because I will correct. They're along with that, slow down prudently. Another thing, just enrichment. Since they enrich themselves, they can return all that money. I'm going to court and return all that money for you. Did you know that the violation of it is not a real traffic infraction? Now they violate Driver Protection Act, privacy law, privacy right. You're entitled to $15,000. I'm going to try to get you that, people. This is the most important Supreme Court ruling, I think, against the government. Basically, to legally force you to pay a fine, a fee, put restriction on you. Okay? They got to have a court hearing for that. Proper court hearing for the proper procedure. Okay? They don't. And say you go to court and lost, guess what? There should be a next hearing to find out why didn't you pay it. And the Supreme Court rules that you can't put somebody in prison for that. Guess what? You do community service. Remember, like I said, when it comes to the law, burden of proof. You got to be injured or damage by the accusee or the defendant. If you can't bring claims to civil court or criminal court. They're getting away with this in the red light camera program. Okay, so how can they profit from it if you're not into the damage? So any money they say, think about a traffic violation. They say you went through a red light. Was there an accident? Did the city have damage? No. So they got no claim to it. They cannot profit if it was not injured or damaged. The camera company cannot profit from the ticket either because they were not injured or damaged. They can sell the camera to the city, but they cannot get money for each ticket. Remember, you're innocent to proven guilty in court of law. They got you guilty and you prove innocent. That's illegal. Our politician, the lawmaker got it wrong. And I've been reading these reports. I got a bunch of reports. These are reports here. I noticed when reports are made, it made it in the interest of the government or the camera company. Okay, they don't have a report of the driver owner of the vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna do my own report, people. Tell you what happened. What's going on here. They everybody enforced it committed a false statement. Cause the manual guide is incorrect. Okay, hit my YouTube page, about page. Check it out. I won it so far at every level of court. I won. Traffic court, civil court, criminal court, one court ruling, one motion. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna beat them. Okay, this is a smoking gun. Okay, think about that. There was a state appeal court out on the West Coast. A college professor took the city red light cop to court, and if you read this article, the officer admit everything they do is fraudulent, lie. Okay, they commit perjury. So every enforcement officer in any state, you commit perjury. And I'm gonna hold you guys accountable for it. Okay, in the red light camera program, the city lied. The camera company lied to the appeal court. They're telling them that they felt they issued a red light ticket the same way as a roadside stop. Guess what? They don't. Because what happened in the roadside stop was the first thing they do, ID the driver. So now, because the 14th Amendment, any roadside stop, the police cannot ask for ID. Equal protection of the law. Think about that. They're not going to have, when I go to court, they're not going to have both. You either all the roadside stop, no ID required, or all the red light ticket, no good. The other thing they do, and the politicians don't do, is if you get your case dismissed, okay, or they drop the case, you're entitled to damages, restitution. Look right here. The penalty included damages, restitution, and reimbursement to the winner of the case. Your lawmakers are not writing this in the bills. I'm going to go ask for it. I'm going to show that to the court, higher court. Hey, we entitled to damages. We're going to collect that, people. I just got a phone call, and guess what? A scammer trying to say, oh, my social security number is blocked. Yeah. See, that's another thing we got to do. When I went and spoke at the city about 4 years ago, the tax guy, tax appraiser, sent out notices, do not pay red light ticket because they're a scam. Okay, so we all follow them exactly what the government tells us to do. The red light camera program is a deceptive and unethical practice too, because everything they do, every manual guideline policy is not correct. So what they're doing, remember that letter, they lie, everything they do. So we got to add this one to that, more damages. We got misconduct by state officers. Like here, the Florida Attorney General office going to the Supreme Court to reject red light cases. Remember, the Florida Constitution, Article 1, Section 21, you get access to the court. They can't stop you. That's what I said. And her job is stop up. Her job, like I said, nobody in government looking out for people's interests. Okay, I filed a complaint with the Insurance Commissioner, federal, in the red light camera program. They should not raise your rate you get a ticket, but they do anyway. They cancel me and raise my rate, triple my rates. So the old insurance company got to pay all that money back. Okay, Charlie Crist was the governor, signed this bill in. Guess what? He's the first person to file an ethics complaint coming soon. And his job to look out for the citizen, not a camera company in the city. Due process. We got rights, the proper hearing. No restrictions on it. Remember, to take away your rights, put a restriction on fine fee, you got to be a court hearing, and you must win a court hearing. Okay, we're gonna wrap up this video. Basically, I'm saying every manual guideline policy is written incorrectly. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I got to write a letter to the sheriff, say already come in to, hey, listen, you're a victim of pro quo. The real criminal are the lawmakers, the commissioners, for violating our rights. Remember, their job is to look out for our rights. So I'll be filing a lot of ethics complaints. The sheriff department, law enforcement need to come out and denounce the red light camera program and say, hey, Mr. Hauser is correct. The real criminal are the government. And I'm going to say no policing for revenue no more, people. Because remember, they're not, every time they can make money legally if they're injured or damaged. No ticket, the city not injured or damaged. So they can't make no claim to it. I'm going to argue that case in court for you. So you got any comment or anything you need to know? Leave a comment. What you going to do when corruption jar help you? Thank you for tuning in.